Once upon a time, in the shimmering depths of the ocean, lay Coral Castle, home to the loveliest marine creatures. Among them was Octavia the octopus, known for her inquisitive nature and brilliant mind. Octavia had 8 legs, but she didn't need them to move around. She was swift and graceful. One sunny morning, the residents of Coral Castle were abuzz with excitement. Queen Marina was set to display the royal pearl, a gem so beautiful that it was said to make stars jealous. But when Octavia went to admire its beauty, a calamity had struck. The royal pearl was missing. Octavia's mind was a whirlpool of thoughts. The pearl chamber, where it was last seen, was locked and guarded by trusted sea turtles. How could it have vanished? She knew she had to solve this puzzle. First, Octavia visited Honu the wise old turtle. Honu, did anyone suspicious visit the pearl chamber? Asked Octavia. Honu furrowed his brow and said, I saw a mysterious shadow yesterday, but it disappeared quickly. The clue was as slippery as a young fish, but Octavia pressed on. She then swam to the edge of the coral reef to meet Dolly the dolphin, who often played spinners in her friendly games. Dolly, did you see anything unusual? Dolly chirped. As I jumped, I noticed a glint, like sunlight on metal, heading towards the clam forest. Octavia felt a bubbly rush of excitement. Her tentacles tingled with the thrill of discovery. She ventured into the bustling clam forest, where she met Shelley the clam. Shelley was apologetic. I didn't mean to be suspicious. The glint was actually me testing my sheen. Just when the trail seemed cold, Octavia spotted something odd. Nearby, a jellyfish shimmered from a nearby seagrass bed. Lumina, why are you here away from your usual haunt? Asked Octavia. Lumina hesitated but finally revealed, I saw someone take the pearl. It was Flipper the fish, but he did it to keep it safe before it was lost in the storm. Octavia nodded, comprehending. Flipper had meant well, but the kingdom needed its pearl back. Soon, guided by Lumina, Octavia found Flipper, who returned the pearl with a shy apology. Bringing the pearl back to Queen Marina, the entire Coral Castle celebrated Octavia's bravery and wisdom. The royal pearl was restored to its rightful place, glowing brighter than ever. From that day on, Octavia was not just an inquisitive octopus, but also a hero of Coral Castle. Once upon a time, beneath the shimmering waves of the blue ocean, there was a detective named Sally, the snapping turtle. Sally was not your ordinary detective. She was known for her keen eye and persistence to solve the mysteries of the deep-sea kingdom. One fine day, word reached her shell that someone had stolen the precious pearl from the great coral reef, and it was up to her to find the thief. Sally started her investigation with 3 prime suspects: Sneaky Eel, Shy Seahorse, and Forgetful Crab. She flipped her detective hat onto her head and began questioning each of them in her tiny clam-shaped office. First up was the Sneaky Eel, always slithering to and fro, and rarely where you expected him to be. Where were you yesterday afternoon, Eel? Asked Sally, her eyes fixed on him through her spectacles. Oh, I was practicing my dance moves in the kelp forest, he replied, twisting and twirling. I didn't even know there was a pearl missing. Honest. Maybe you should check in on that oyster who lives nearby. Next, Sally turned to the shy seahorse, who shook nervously while swaying in the current. Seahorse, can you tell me your whereabouts when the pearl vanished? Sally asked softly, not wanting to startle her. I was, hiding in the seaweed patch, stammered Seahorse, her voice almost a whisper. I'm too timid to wander near the reef, you know. I'm not the adventurous type. Lastly, forgetful Crab shuffled into the clam office, leaving a trail of sandy footprints. Sally scrutinized Crab's expression, since he seemed to remember everything and yet forgot anything crucial. Crab, have you seen or heard anything unusual recently? Sally asked patiently. Well, I think I was taking a nap around that time, mumbled Crab, scratching his shell. But, oh, did you mention something about a pearl? Ah, yes, I think I did remember seeing a shiny thing near the driftwood, though I could be mistaken. Sally sighed deeply, clutching her notepad filled with cryptic notes. Just as she was pondering what to do next, an excited fish darted into her office. Detective Sally, there's news. The oyster mistress found the pearl hidden in her burrow. It seems she was just keeping it safe all along. A wave of relief washed over Sally. What an unintentional misunderstanding, she chuckled, gazing at the eccentric suspects. Everyone bubbled with joy, and from that day forward, they agreed to keep an extra eye on the valuables. The sea had its precious pearl back, and Detective Sally knew exactly who to thank for letting her think like a true sea sleuth. Maybe we all learned a little lesson today, Sally mused, as the sun set beyond the horizons. In the shimmering underwater world of Coral Cove, there lived a playful and kind-hearted octopus named Olivia. Olivia loved to explore the colorful reefs, playing with her sea friends, and gliding through the water effortlessly. She particularly enjoyed her birthday, for every year her friends threw her a fun little surprise. This year, as Olivia was busily curling her tentacles around delicate seashells and swirling them in patterns on the sandy sea floor, she realized something was different. One of her tentacles felt a little heavier than usual. Puzzled, she swirled around and noticed a dazzling pearl stuck on her tentacle. Its perfect round shape and lustrous glow were incredible. Oh my, how did this get here? Olivia murmured, her eyes wide with wonder. Just then, her best friend, a cheeky clownfish named Nibbles, popped out from behind a coral. Nibbles was known for his endless giggles and creative pranks, always bringing laughter to Coral Cove. Happy birthday, Olivia! Nibbles exclaimed, giggling bubbles. We wanted to surprise you this year in a special way. I hope you like our little pearl prank. Olivia spun around in delight, her tentacles twirling. It's wonderful. And what a surprise. Thank you, Nibbles. She chuckled, the pearl shimmering as it stayed snugly attached. Suddenly, from all sides, her sea friends started swimming towards her, each carrying a little gift, shiny pebbles, gentle seaweed arrangements, and even a cake made from sea sponge. The whole coral community had gathered around for Olivia's birthday. As the celebration swam on with lively dances and joyful songs, Olivia couldn't help but feel grateful for her friends who had filled her life with so much joy and laughter. The mysterious pearl prank was the perfect start to a day filled with smiles. Under the gentle waves, with the warmth of love and friendship around, Olivia knew this was going to be her best birthday yet.